How to please a smart girl. For many men, a smart girl seems like a special person with an unusual mindset. At first glance, her seduction doesn't have to go smoothly. However, not everything is so difficult. You can also find your own approach to it. It is worth remembering one thing: she is also a woman. And like any other woman, she wants love. It's just her way of thinking that doesn't allow her to make contact as easily as, say, a simple girl. In addition, she probably formed her own opinion about what an ideal man should be. And in this article, we will give you some tips to help you like a smart girl. The right questions. Correct, these are questions in the style of how do you feel about, and what do you think is important in. By asking them, you show that you are not going to date the first girl you come across. And that it is really important for you to know the answers to these questions in order to get some impression. Besides the fact that you fill the airtime, you will form an approximate portrait of her. And in the future, you will know how to better behave so as not to fall into the category of people unpleasant to her. The only thing, do not ask questions about too deep philosophical topics. The closer to real life, the better. Smile. It is especially interesting to ask questions about controversial topics that have multiple points of view. Sometimes you can argue. In a conversation with a smart girl, and not only with a smart one, but with almost everyone, many guys try to agree with her point of view. But if you do not agree with her in something, it will at least set you apart from the crowd. And as a maximum, she will understand that you are not afraid to say what girls may not like. This is highly valued by the opposite sex. The main thing is to use arguments in favor of your point of view in your speech and dilute the dialogue with humor. Write compliments. Simple girls, as nature intended, do not have a technical mindset. As a rule, they devote themselves to creativity or family. But when it comes to smart women, things are a little different here. They constantly need approval and confirmation of their cleverness. And if you give it to her, then you will come one step closer to your goal. For example, you are on a date with her and you feel that it is already coming to an end. You can tell her, it's interesting to communicate with you. Many people can fill cones all their lives and they still cannot reach simple things. And you are one of those who do not have to get bogged down in order to understand even complex things. I really like it. It is enough to make one such compliment to become a pleasant person for her. Smile. In the zone of her element. If you know about her hobbies, then you can have a date in the place, format that will be related to one of her interests. The main thing is that you like this place too. Only in this way will you be able to behave naturally and sincerely interested in her hobby. Ask her questions, ask her to tell what she knows about it. And ask to teach if the hobby is related to some kind of physical skills. So you will make a good recharge for her pride and allow her to reveal herself in front of you in all its glory. And having received positive emotions, she will definitely connect them with you. However, this can be done with ordinary girls. But with smart ones it is especially important. Being a man is the main thing. If you follow all of the above tips, you will most likely like her only as a person. Some men do so, forgetting that she is a woman. But she wants to be with a real man. Do not play the role of a good smart guy in any way, you will not achieve anything. On the contrary, try to maintain your masculinity and maleness along with the right conversations. For example, if suddenly we are talking about conflicts, and she says that fighting is bad, then confidently express the exact opposite point of view. If you are facing disrespect from other people while on a date, do your best to come out victorious. Perhaps she will say that you did the wrong thing when you punched the bully, but deep down she will be glad that you did it. Don't forget about the mating games either. Touch and flirt with her to make her feel like a woman. And always strike a balance, don't just talk about serious topics, dilute them with jokes and flirting. At the same time, your communication should not consist only of flirting. She needs to know that you, at least, have some kind of seriousness and intelligence. Indicate intent, but do not push. Almost all smart girls have some unique beliefs about relationships with men. Some of them can make contact normally. Others can resist even with the slightest attempts at rapprochement. Therefore, indicate your intention with touches, kisses and other attempts to get closer. But if you meet resistance from her side, do not push. On the other hand, don't be afraid to take active steps to get closer. If you do not show your desire, then she will simply put you in the category of friends. Try to pay attention to her reaction. Real discomfort is a sign that she is really uncomfortable with your actions. If you do not see discomfort, but only meet verbal resistance, and even with a smile on your face, then you can continue to get closer. When you feel that she is against, take a step back. You will only benefit from this than if you continue to be persistent. With experience, you'll learn how to get around her special beliefs about relationships and intimacy. In the meantime, try to just pay attention to her reaction and sometimes experiment if the approach hasn't worked for at least a few girls. And in general, do not think that if she is smart, then now you will meet a bunch of barriers. With this attitude, you will make mistakes one after another, and be afraid to take any steps. Courage and confidence will break through the shield of even the smartest girl.